Hey, it's Ian. Welcome to video 2 in this new series, which is designed to show you how you can transform your forehand into one that is a reliable weapon. And it's only possible if you have all three key ingredients. Ingredient number 1 is placement, reliable placement of your forehand. Number 2 is power. And ingredient number 3 is curve or shape. So in the first video, we talked about placement. It's all about accuracy and consistency. If you haven't already seen that video, make sure you do so. There's going to be a link right around this one, so go check it out. In this video today, we're going to be focusing on power. How do you generate easy, smooth, effortless racket head speed so that you can have a big weapon on your forehand side? That's what we're going to be talking about today. So without further ado, let's go right to the courts and I'll show you how it's done. When it comes to hitting the ball hard, it's all about transferring a lot of energy through the ball. And that's going to happen primarily due to 3 different factors. Factor number 1 is using the kinetic chain correctly. And we talked about that back in the fundamentals section, just talking about a fundamentally sound traditional swing, using the body in the correct order, transferring energy from the ground up through the body, through the big parts of the body, and then through the smaller parts of the body. If everything is not in order and you're not transferring energy in the correct stages, using the correct process, things will break down and you'll put a lot of energy in with very little result out. So ideally, you want to load with your legs first, start the forward swing with the legs, then the hips, then the shoulders, and then have the arm and the hand follow behind. This is the dog wagging the tail, as opposed to the tail wagging the dog, which is the way that a lot of amateur players do it. They'll turn to the side, and then their arm and their hand accelerates forwards aggressively, but the whole rest of their body hasn't done anything to initiate that swing. You might remember the very first video where we talked about the take back of the racket. I talked about how important it is that you make a unit turn to bring the racket back. Your racket should be pulled back by your body's coil or turn to the side. And then as the racket starts to drop is when your body should start the uncoiling process towards the oncoming ball. If this is broken, and you get the order of operations wrong, and you start doing the work with the small part of your body first and not the big parts of your body, then you're going to end up working really, really hard for a very, very marginal result. I can't overemphasize how critical and how important this is. Number 2 is length of swing. It's possible to create big power with a relatively short and quick swing. You see professional players do that from time to time, but it takes incredible athleticism, timing, and dynamic strength to be able to do that. For us mere mortals, we need a long runway to be able to generate the racket head speed necessary to really create a powerful response. From this position here, if Kirby opens her hand up, you'll see that her palm is facing straight towards her dominant side. Now, I don't know if that was the right grip, sorry. Now, if she continues through her swing to her finish position, go ahead and go through, Kirby, and finish where you normally would finish. You see that now if she opens her hand up, her hand is facing directly in the opposite direction. So she's made a full half circle here, facing her palm initially at her dominant side and finishing with her palm facing in the opposite direction. You also notice her shoulders have done the same thing. They've made a full 180-degree rotation. Can you show us a couple of shadow swings at 25% speed now? Actually slower than that, just real slow and relaxed. So I want you to watch her hand and watch her shoulders as they rotate around and make a full half circle. This is really the base, the hand and the torso. This is the base of length of swing on your forehand side. So Kirby, show me a 25% speed now swing. Just go through the full swing naturally. So this is quarter speed shadow swings. This is what I recommend you start off with. And as you're moving through these pretty deliberately paced shadow swings, I just want you to focus on the length of your swing. Focus on your hand, moving all the way around your body, and focus on your shoulders, making a full 180-degree rotation, first facing your dominant side, and then finishing facing away from your dominant side in the opposite direction. Lastly, key number 3 is your ability to stay loose and relaxed while you do things 1 and 2. Using the kinetic chain correctly in the correct order is huge. Having a good length of swing so that your body can flow through its process correctly in the correct order is also huge. But if during those 2 things your body gets tight and tense, energy will be sucked out of your swing and will not transfer into the ball. So in the videos before this, we worked on length, getting the body to turn all the way, getting the hand to come all the way around so that they're both facing towards the non-dominant side. And now that we have that framework and we've started to develop it as a pattern, Kirby, go ahead, go to 25% speed, please. And Kirby's focus is going to be different now. Now that we've trained the full length of swing and she's consistently going there, we're going to focus on something different. And that's going to be how firmly she's holding onto the racket. And this is obviously not going to be as evident to those of you at home, but as Kirby continues these 25% speed swings, she's going to loosen her grip on the racket on each repetition until she gets to the point where she feels like she's just barely holding on to the racket. And I want you to begin consciously by focusing on your hand and your grip, and then be aware of your forearm, how tight or how loose it is, relax it, then move your focus to your shoulder and then to the rest of your body so that eventually you should feel like your entire body is as relaxed and loose as possible. All right, so Kirby, come on up to 50% now, half speed. She's maintaining that length of swing and she's gonna start again at the hand, really loosen her hand, then go to the forearm, really loosen up her forearm, then her shoulder, then the rest of her body, until she's completely relaxed as she makes these swings. And then we'll go up to 75%. So this would be a rally speed swing for Kirby. And again, she's going to bring her focus to her hand, then her forearm, then her shoulder, then the rest of her body, until everything feels completely loose and relaxed. Now let's actually start to hit some balls while focusing on the smoothness and how relaxed you are. The length of swing kind of should be a given by this point. Granted, if you only spent 5 or 10 minutes on this total, then it's not a new habit yet. Please keep in mind, this is going to take time and it's going to take a certain number of repetitions before all of this starts to become second nature. I'm going to drop to Kirby and she's going to start off with that full length of swing, and her focus now is not going to be on necessarily the finish, but on having her body be as loose through the ball as possible. If you miss it, it doesn't matter, as long as you're focusing on just being as relaxed as you can be. So 25%, real slow, nice. And we're looking for a completely relaxed body. And I recommend that you follow the process that we talked about in the previous video, which is start at the hand, just loosen your hand from shot to shot to shot as much as you can. When you feel like you're as loose as you possibly can be, then focus on your forearm. Relax your forearm as much as possible, then move to your shoulder, then move to the rest of your body. If you've never done this before, put in repetitions with an emphasis on relaxation. It will probably be a really, really unique experience for you. And most players have never done this before. More than likely, your experience will be in amazement at how little energy it actually takes to hit a solid shot. I mean, Kirby, if 10 is as much force as you can possibly put into swinging the racket, what number would you put on the last 2 swings?
Probably 4.
4 out of 10.
Yeah.
So Kirby's using less than half of her effort through these shots, but she's hitting a solid 4 or 5 rally ball. Okay, show us a 75% swing, please, Kirby. So pretty much full rally ball acceleration now. And she's going to now make these swings focusing on first relaxing her hand. Again, we're not super concerned with making these so much as just executing the length and the relaxation as much as possible. Before I sign off for today, I have a quick concept for you that's really important, kind of help you start to tie all of this together. The three elements that we've been talking about are all incredibly important. It's important that they're layered on top of each other. I'll tell you what I mean. If you lack consistency, you don't even have that, then you're gonna have a hard time consistently winning at any level of tennis. That needs to come first. That's the foundation. On top of that, we do need to learn how to develop power. If all you have is consistency without any kind of weapon at all, no ability to generate racket head speed, then the players who know how to just get it in over and over are always going to be difficult for you. You're going to have a lot of really long rallies. You're going to struggle against pushers or other defensive players, and that's just not a lot of fun. So the third element that layers on top of power is the ability to curve the ball, and that's using topspin. Once you have all three, you really have the potential to be able to be competitive at any level of amateur tennis. Of course, it's about the ability to execute at higher and higher levels at that point, but you at least will have the ingredients necessary to compete against just about anybody at your local courts. So that's the order of operations. Hopefully that kind of ties it together for you here a little bit as we're in the middle of this video series focused on your forehand. In the next video, we're going to be talking about that curve element. Before then, I want you to think about which of the three elements are most important for you. And again, it's just about narrowing your focus so that you can have better practice time and be more focused. Is it placement? Is it generating power? Or is it curve or topspin? Which is most important for you to reach that next level of play? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, let me know if you have any questions or comments about what you saw in today's video. Be happy to see those and answer them for you. Make sure you keep an eye on your email inbox because we'll be coming out with the third video very soon, which focuses on curve.